Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the Atlas project on the 5th launch of Starship. We saw a near-perfect launch lasting around 5 to 6 seconds, including hot staging, re-entry, and what personally blew my mind, the mid-air catch of the super heavy booster by the grappling tower. And all of that on the first try, it's hilarious. But with all that excitement, I've got some questions. How was it really possible? For instance, how did they manage to achieve such incredible precision in their ships? And what about the issue with these booster engines appearing warped after the landing? Well, let's start by clarifying that the test was not without flaws. For instance, there was a plasma leak around the forward fins, which dislodged some thermal tiles that protect the main structure of the ship during re-entry, as well as an issue with some deformed engines. SpaceX has already stated that they will not modify the fin structure to prevent leaks, presumably because moving ports inherently create small gaps through which plasma can escape. Instead, they reinforce the tile attachment around the joint areas to prevent detachment during re-entry. Regarding the visible deformations on Super Heavy's external engines, it has been confirmed that they were caused by overheating. The engines are typically cooled using the propellant flow from the ship to maintain structural integrity. However, during landing, only 13 center engines were engaged, leaving the outer engines without active cooling. As a result, these engines experienced deformation due to the heat. Some claim that while the softening of the engine structure was caused by the heat of the engines themselves, the deformations resulted from high pressures and temperatures due to atmospheric friction. Personally, I believe it could be a combination of both factors. Let me know what you think in the comments so I can read your opinion. So, what does SpaceX plan to do about it? Elon Musk has addressed the issue, stating that engine damage is relatively easy to repair, and to prevent this in future landings, they plan to maintain a constant flow of cryogenic propellants to keep the engines cool during descent, and to achieve precise landings by using a combination of advanced systems, an inertial navigation system, better known as INS, with gyroscopes and accelerometers, tracks movements without relying on external signals, while a high-precision GPS corrects INS errors for stable and accurate navigation. The Raptor engine's thrust vector capabilities allow real-time trajectory adjustments, and the fins and flaps actively stabilize and guide Starship during re-entry. For precise landing, radar and lidar sensors measure distance and descent speed, allowing precise engine adjustments. Additionally, artificial intelligence and predictive control algorithms anticipate landing conditions, adjusting for wind, air density, and trajectory deviations in real time. Lastly, Super Heavy uses the chopstick catching arms on the landing tower to provide controlled mid-air capture, requiring synchronized guidance between the rocket and the tower systems, or the Mechazilla systems as it is called very often. Well, now we need to talk about the upcoming launch. SpaceX is quickly gearing up for a sixth launch, aiming to push their catching capabilities even further. In preparation, they recently shared photos of the Super Heavy booster being transported to the Starbase launchpad for pre-flight tests. The move took place just a week after the booster was caught and returned, showcasing SpaceX's fast-paced schedule and determination to turn around missions quickly. The booster, designated for the sixth flight, is undergoing tests that ensure it's ready for launch. As with previous launches, this mission will involve thorough ground testing of the Super Heavy booster's engines. Engineers will carefully inspect and test each Raptor engine to confirm they're in top condition, and after the booster is fully cleared, the Starship spacecraft will then be stacked on top of the Super Heavy. But here's where things get interesting. The FAA has approved the mission profile for the sixth launch, as long as SpaceX maintains the same scope of operations as the fifth launch. SpaceX has the green light to conduct the sixth launch as long as there are no major conditions to the mission. This flexibility from the FAA helps SpaceX stick to their testing schedule and keep up with Musk's vision of frequent launches. The biggest difference with the sixth flight will be SpaceX's attempt to catch not just the booster but the entire rocket mid-air. Musk's goal is to have Mechazilla intercept Starship as it returns to Earth, allowing SpaceX to reuse both stages without them touching down in the traditional way. Of course, catching the entire rocket mid-air will involve some new technology and refined control systems. The Mechazilla tower, which already demonstrated its effectiveness by catching the booster, will need even more precision to successfully intercept the fully stacked Starship. SpaceX will likely rely on advanced navigation systems, high-precision GPS, and active control algorithms, all of which work in tandem to guide both the booster and Starship into the arms of Mechazilla. If they can master this maneuver, it would reduce the wear and tear of Starship's structure from a typical ground landing and further accelerate turnaround times between launches. This new catching method could also play a vital role in Starship's usability for future deep space exploration missions, making it a truly groundbreaking step for SpaceX. So when can we expect this fifth launch of Starship? Well, right now we don't have an exact date, but rumors suggest that we could see this launch by the end of the next month. SpaceX is currently moving through its final testing phases, and the fact that the FAA has already approved the flight profile suggests that it could happen soon. It's safe to say that if SpaceX successfully catches the entire rocket mid-air, it would be another historic moment in spaceflight, bringing us one step closer to Musk's vision of fully reusable rockets that could one day take us to Mars. Every test brings us closer to making Starship a reliable, reusable workhorse for deep space exploration. Since I've been busy with my move these past few days, this video is coming out a bit later than planned, but despite this, I still wanted to make sure to get it uploaded for you all. Thanks for your patience, and I hope you still enjoyed the video. So, what do you think? Can SpaceX pull off a full mid-air capture? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box down below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on SpaceX and the latest episodes in space exploration. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Booster catch. We're going to ignite 13 of those Raptor engines, and this view is incredible right now. You can see how fast this vehicle is moving on the left-hand screen. Landing burn has been ignited. We're now down to 3 Raptor engines. We can see those chopsticks now in view. Mechazilla has caught the booster. This is absolutely insane. On the first ever attempt, we have successfully caught the Super Heavy booster back at the launch tower. What an incredible view! Are you kidding me? Dan, wow. I don't know about you, but we're losing our stuff up here.
Guys, I'm sorry. Like, even in this day and age, what we just saw, that looked like magic. Wow.
Dan, your view must have been insane. We are still going wild over here over this. Folks, this is a day for the engineering history books. This is a live view of the Super Heavy booster as it has just been successfully caught back at the very same launch tower that it just came from. Dan, I love this. You are reflecting exactly what everybody else here in Hawthorne, except maybe a little bit more because you got to see it with your own eyes. How was that?
We got it. I mean, I can't even describe that. Oh, by the way, main engine cut off, ship's in orbit, but